Any of you know who Johnny Sins is? Shame on you.
Why? Who is that?
He is the best doctor, lawyer, stepfather, taxi driver, babysitter, NASCAR driver ever.
Are you guys talking about that magic shit?
Welcome back, you guys, to the Hard Part Podcast, where the hardest part is not being like someone else.
Is that a hard part?
I mean, it is, you know. Sometimes you don't want to, get all amped up, and then somebody looks at you and goes, "You're just like my other one."
Perhaps I'm just a bit of a shapeshifter, okay? I know that I look like this here and now to you, but to someone else at a different time, I'll look different.
But I feel like, you know what I'm talking about, though. You don't want to be like every other bitch.
Every other bitch.
Every other bitch. You don't want to be like every other bitch.
Just some guy.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Young guy.
Thanks, Peanut Gallery. But no, it's
Hey, that's that humor you like in the
It is.
Every joke that you ever make will be in the background, and Sean
it's
loves
so
those
funny.
jokes.
It's one of my favorites. But no, it's being like somebody else. We mentioned that because there's a lot of stuff that we kind of mentioned at MagicCon that we were going to get more into this week.
This is like MagicCon episode part 2.
It is, yes. Because
decompression.
Yes, the decompression. And so it's a little bit different. And but before we get into our top down and everything like that, first of all, I need to turn myself up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back
There
to the
you go.
studio. We just installed everything.
Yes, we had to reinstall everything. So I wanted to, before we get too far into it, do you know who else isn't like every other bitch?
Who?
Manapool.com.
No, they are a very special one.
They are very special.
Yes.
They are also the sponsors of our show.
We love Manapool.
Manapool is continuously surprising us. They're like that person that cuddles you after and holds your hand and gives you sweet words.
You know, I was actually over on Fortuitous Finds, and we were having the discussion about some CSV questions and whatnot. And I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and search this. And when I went through and searched it, there's a whole old school troubleshooting
an actual forum
yes,
that Manapool
forum
has.
You can go in and you can just ask it questions, and it's got solutions for you.
It does. So whether you're a seller or a buyer, Manapool has a lot of resources, including their Discord, including their forum, to be able to help you get to the solutions you might need. Manapool is a great source for magic cards, for singles, for sealed, for anything in between. Even those super hard to get codex bundles.
Are there a couple of
there
those
are
on
a couple
there?
of those on
Look
there,
at
but
those.
we are they expensive
Oh,
because they're expensive everywhere.
It's rough to do. On one hand, again, we've had this discussion before. What do you do when the market price is just so high? Yeah, I want to provide it for a decent price, but I know that even another store at that price is just going to buy it so they can resell it.
Yep, exactly. But Manapool is great. They're not like that other girl. They don't wear the same dress to the prom. They don't do any of that. They're here for you in the community, just like we're here for you in the community.
Sean, have you had that issue? Did you go to prom and the girl wore the same dress as you?
Yeah, it was really annoying.
That would be really annoying.
And then I talked her ear off the whole time, and she looked at me and said, "Why are you acting like that?" But Manapool.com, thank you for sponsoring our show.
Thank you.
We really love you guys over there. Tom, I hear him whisper your name in his sleep.
I do.
Manapool.
I don't understand
Manapool.
why it's not bigger. Every time that I tell somebody about Manapool and they're like, what? I'm like, are you living under a rock?
Right?
How didn't you not just accidentally type in manapool.com just to see if it's an empty domain so that you could pick it up someday?
I know, it's a great domain name.
Right?
And then, do you know what else is a great domain name?
What's that?
Shipping Shield.
ShippingShield.us?
Yep, it's a way to protect your
.com?
cards. Protect your investment. You got to make sure your package is secure.
Indeed. We keep talking about it, but we are actually in the process of, we had a big old proposition sales situation come across our desk recently, so we're handling that. But right after we're done, we're definitely going to need a restock on some shipping shields.
We absolutely do.
Greg, get your printing presses ready, okay?
We're
Because
coming
for
for
you. And we want to spread this time. We want a spread of products. Some envelopes. We're going to try the team boxes finally, and obviously the standard shipping shields.
I was a little worried when you said we're coming for you, and then said I got a spread for you, and I was like, Tom, that is not the type of business partners. We're not in Vegas anymore, Tom. It's not that.
Meet up with us in Vegas, Greg.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. But thank you, Shipping Shield, and thank you, Manapool.com.
Definitely.
So, before we go into the top down, we need to make sure we please put our tray tables up and the seats up in the full upright position. If you look over to your left, you will see a man in a top hat. That is Tom. He is the co-host of the Hard Part Podcast. And if you look over to me, I am the host, the captain, and who's going to be telling you about our top down for the day.
You got
Thank
that
you. Enjoy
pre-flight
your
in your...
I know. So, Season 3, Episode 6, we are going to be talking about Magicon, obviously. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the drama going around between Dan Frazier and another artist.
Oh, there's so much drama.
There is so much.
We're also going to talk about the drama between creators.
Yep, we're going to talk about the creator drama. We're also going to be talking about the Wizards Hasbro drama. We're going to be talking about the fact that I am just Mike Wazowski.
I love that Hannah was the one in front of you.
Yeah.
Phyrexian Hannah being the person in front of you.
It would be, I know,
best.
right? It's like a, hey, Sean, remember how you pushed around Rye all weekend, right? You're now going to be covered in a picture
Rye's
also by it.
doppelgangers.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm also 99% sure that's the person that you looked at and was like, hey, look, they're cosplaying you.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is so rough. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be mentioning about Not the Threat, who's another creator that we've been talking to a lot.
We're using their deck today.
We are using their deck
Sheoldred
today.
Group hug, if that could be a thing.
Yep, Sheoldred group hug. Because remember how I said at the very beginning of the season that not all group hugs have to be fun for everyone? Yeah. We're going to be talking about I don't know what the keyword is. It's a zombie cleric, which means it's got to be something to do with that. Maybe it's like I don't know, regenerate. Oh, maybe.
I think we've done regenerate though.
And then I see some Sully on there, but AI'd up. And then Muscles and Magic, who looks like Johnny Sins in that photo. And if any of you know who Johnny Sins is, shame on you.
Why? Who is that?
He is the best doctor, lawyer, stepfather, taxi driver, babysitter, NASCAR driver ever.
Oh, does he also deliver pizzas?
He also delivers pizzas.
I think I have an idea. We're not talking about like a Pretender level. That's really fun. Have you ever seen The Pretender?
No.
Okay, so if you're familiar with autism, it just completely washes the show out. It's not really that interesting.
Do you see who I'm dating?
Yeah. But if you weren't, it was made in like the 90s, and it was basically this guy who he hyper-focuses is what he does. And so he blends into the background. He's like escaping the government, but while he does it, he solves crimes by becoming different professionals.
So it's just Lucifer, but old.
Yeah, except instead of like, oh, I'm just a club owner, this time he's a doctor, and the next one he's a taxi driver, and the one after that he's a jet fighter pilot.
Look at that, Johnny Sins. Instead of laying pipe, you could be solving crimes.
But my thought is, like,
which is a lot less fulfilling.
You could probably recut that opening scene with Johnny Sins in his different roles.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
The Pretender hides among us.
Jesus Christ.
I'll show it to you later. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, oh my god, you're right. That's wild. Anyways,
so let's start with the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the Dan Frazier stuff, because it's going to kind of lead into everything else, because I feel like that started this cascade of all these weird things happening.
I believe so too. I believe that it was a very opportune time. In fact, I thought that it was going to be MagicCon that we focused on, or they were going to do something at MagicCon that would be the big focus, because there's another thing that's happening right now, which we're going to devote a big portion to the show
Yes.
to. But for right now, again, I feel like this is... That ring, that art was debuted at the show, right? That was
Yes.
not spoiled prior to that
that was not
panel.
spoiled. Nobody knew about
Okay.
it. Yep, not a single person knew.
Before I got back from getting peed on, okay, before we had reconnected, it was already out that somebody had caught the problem, found out that it was in fact Dan Frazier. They doubled back, had a statement prepared, and put up in a fun little printout for Dan Frazier and from Wizards of the Coast. All of this was ready to go at the release of the card. Okay.
So yes,
So they knew about it last week.
If you don't know about it yet, which once again, The Rock. So the original picture of the One Ring, the first time that we got the One Ring, and then we had speculations, and everybody had speculations of, oh, we're gonna get another One Ring, and what if it's just the photo flipped and what's the name of when you do that opposite coloring?
The inversion.
Yeah, the inversion is just gonna be that. So Tom was half right. We got a new One Ring, and it's going to be exclusive to the box toppers, which, thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for listening, because we're getting box toppers again. Thank God you actually listen to some things. Make My Little Pony standard. Anyway, so we
That's the shark jump.
that's the shark jump, yeah.
Yep.
But we got the new art, and it came out, and I think I said it in my video when it was first showed, because I put out a video, got a lot of views on it, and I remember saying, I was like, oh, it's just the One Ring, but backwards. And I kind of joked about it, didn't really think anything of it, because it was literally the art just backwards. And then about an hour later, all over social media, people started laying the two over each other. And they were matchy match, right on top of each other. And different background and things like that. And then a statement came out that said, from Dan, we noticed that the community noticed this. Yes, this is, it's a copy of it, and I'm not very, happy and proud about it. And then Wizards is like, well, he's a really good creator and stuff like that, and people make mistakes. And then the original artist said the same thing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the weird part, is like Tom said, this all happened in the same day while MagicCon's going, while Dan Frazier's there, while the Wizard executives are there.
I don't know that Wizard executives are hanging out there.
I know. But then, and then, his editor or whatever, who is he?
Mark Akowitz.
Yep.
I think he's like an agent. He
Yeah.
runs kind of their collective little group there. I think he has some pieces of his own, but
Yeah.
he's largely just kind of their manager. So basically, his response to it, and there was a back and forth between them and I believe it was an Italian artist, the one who had his stuff blatantly stolen from
the Trouble
in
and Pairs.
And that guy reached out to him, and he was very much like, hey, this is rough, and I'd hate to think that Dan had anything to do with this. And then Mark was like, look, that is what I see on the card there. That is not the final proof that we had sent to Wizards.
Not the final proof sent to Wizards.
Okay. And that still has yet to be broken down. That may have been just a proof that he sent to them, and then got it back, approved or whatever, finishes up the art, does his own stuff to it, sends it back. And at that point, they maybe didn't use it. Maybe it got lost in the shuffle.
But MagicCon was right there, and they're like, this was the release date for it. We need to do something big.
Yeah, because these are already, by the time that they announced this stuff, these are printed. They're sitting in warehouses.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Yep.
These are months out from they might even, and some of them be in their distribution centers.
Yeah. So that happened, and then obviously the community is unbelievably split. Really, really split.
Which is part of why I still think that it's
it's one of those things where it turns into, because at first I was like, oh man, that's not great, and then the more we started looking at that, we're like, this is weird timing, and then it got weirder.
I would like to point out that I get to view all of this from the standpoint of I'm trying to figure out where my art style lies. If I was more of a an aficionado of art, I would probably know a studier of art. But I really I like fucking shit up. I like graffiti. I like taking a painting and painting a fucking, like the Mona Lisa with Juggalo paint on it. Sounds like a beautiful, like, next piece or next transition for that piece of art. Okay.
Really, that's what you look like that, and that's supposed to surprise us?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, but no, I get it, and like I said, it was kind of like unnerving for me at first because he is such a big part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, almost like clockwork and planned, Wizards, inside people at Wizards, put out a bunch of stuff about labor and work labor, and
that was a week prior.
Yeah,
Again,
but more stuff came out though after.
Yeah, more has come out since then because it sounds like a large portion of this is no longer just digital Wizards. This is the rest of Wizards.
The rest of Wizards is now fighting back against Hasbro for non-functioning, non-safe work conditions, for unpaid overtime, for unpaid work, and the big part of it is the forcing of AI work. So we made a TikTok and we put an argument out there. We're for Wizards employees on this.
Right.
We're not against the AI thing. We are against the fact that it shouldn't be required for you to have to use.
Correct.
Because then that takes it away. And then when that was released, people realized, oh, this One Ring art can just be made with AI. And then people took it into Photoshop and made it very fast with the internal AI use.
Mm-hmm.
And then went, oh shit, this might be more than just this. This might have been somebody inside Wizards made it, threw his name on it, because they were like, oh, we need to put something out like today.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just threw it together, threw it out. Which then made me think back to 2023, I think, and I mentioned it to you.
Mm.
There was a D&D book called Glory to the Giants that was 2 months out from release. And in that time, somebody came out at Wizards and said, hey, we have to take back this book, and we have to remake all of the art in the book because it was AI generated. And they put out this whole statement apologizing and things like that, redid the whole book, re-released it. But here we are 3 years later with them saying you have to use AI, and then it clicked in my brain. That wasn't a mistake. It was too early for it, so you needed a fall guy.
Again, I don't know where Dan lies in the actual victimization of this. I do think that the people in mass do not understand most artists' process. People in mass think that artists sit down and take a paintbrush and go magic, 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 and then make a piece of art.
No,
that's usually like almost
it's
never
inspiration.
The process. It's inspiration.
Look at Mystic Remora. Mystic Remora wasn't supposed to be a fish.
Well, I mean, like, as far as, like, taking modeling, I've seen some artists that will go through and trace things onto just to get an outline, and then they will paint it. And tracing is something that a lot of people are just like, oh, you didn't make that, you traced that from a picture. It's still, again, all part of the process. Like, it's not so much what goes into it as it is how you feel when you look at it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but between Dan and the original artist and the people at Wizards of the Coast and potentially even the people at Hasbro, if they were pushing for this agenda, I think it's still all smoke and mirrors. Or at least, look at this over here.
Look at this so you can ignore the whole Wizards thing with the whole
distraction
Hasbro
maker.
Thing. Yeah.
But the end point, I think, for us all to take away from this is that the entire process is much more complicated than most people think it is.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, making art, especially making art for a licensed card game with IPs and so forth. So...
It gets even funnier for me because recently, obviously, in the last like 4 months, people have been like fighting back against AI art in Magic the Gathering groups and stuff and like banning it.
Right.
Did you notice what popped up a ton right after the Dana Fraser thing?
Hmm.
People using AI are going, oh, look what I made. I made the One Ring better. And everybody's like, yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's way better. It's like, you just did the thing you were fucking pissed about a month ago just to hop on a bandwagon train.
Yep.
But...
Welcome to the internet.
Yep. Have a look around. Everything that your brain can think of can make you hate everything. So then on top of that, we now lead into another point that we found when we were out there. When I was scrolling through, I sent it to Tom because he hadn't seen it yet. I finally found something first. There's a creator out there.
Oh, yes.
Who
Indeed.
who made a post about it. And I went back and forth about, should we name drop it? Should we say it? And
Oh, are you talking about the ones that were shoving people off the side? The Sully part?
no, I'm talking
You
about...
should do the Sully part first, and we'll lead into the
I'll
other
let you do
part.
the Sully part first, because I know the other part better.
So, Sullivan the Monster, I should stop calling him Sully because there's a Sully the Monster. I keep saying that every time. Sullivan the Monster. Little red guy, furry. He is a furry. I hear from other people. I don't know for sure. But Wasselbug told me. But anyways, he had done up a video where he was talking about some folks at MagicCon that were basically kicking people off of play tables based on, hey, we have more view counts than you. You need to move on. Like, talk about some elitist bullshit. Like, I personally, I didn't see any of that. The most I don't even say off-putting, but the least social interaction that I had with any of the creators were some of them that were kind of, again, very much on that, like, internal, or not internal, reserved. They're
more reserved as people.
Yeah, more reserved as people, and they're being placed in a very social situation. So maybe a little withdrawn, but I didn't see anybody who was rude or like didn't want to talk to somebody. We missed Ben Bateman this round, so.
But no, so the biggest thing is Sullivan the Monster. He didn't name drop the creators or anything like that, and
which I think is the way to go.
And the community was like really like wanting to like have it. But basically, what happened is smaller creators are trying to create videos at tables, at free play open tables, and bigger creators were standing in the background doing obscenities and like doing like middle fingers and like probably like showing butts and doing inappropriate things because it knew it would demonetize videos so they wouldn't be able to get paid for it, and made it so their views wouldn't go up.
If you're one of these creators and you're looking to destroy people's footage at MagicCon, we're usually shooting over at Creator Central. If you talk to us ahead of time, we'll tell you when.
Yep. We don't care.
Yeah, put it up in the background. You can put your penis in there, and we'll make it look probably better. Like, because if you blur it out, it looks a little bit bigger.
That's true, and it would fit because then you're showing your hard part on the hard part.
Well,
we don't want the hard parts to touch, though.
You gotta dress for the part.
Ah, that's funny because
put a little bow tie on it.
Yeah, a little top hat.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See, I'm creative. Jesus.
Just call me a dick.
Yep.
Way to go, Sean.
Thank you. Hats off to you. Top hats off.
Hey, look at that. That's full circle.
Yep. Comedy comes in threes. So, but no, and that's not okay for anybody to do. I don't give a crap how big of a creator you are, what your viewer count is. Our viewer count's starting to get up there too, and we're getting excited, but I'm not letting my head get fucking giant about it.
That's not ever a situation that we're going to be in. And if
I
it
could
is,
have
I'll take Sean out back and quick.
I could have a million followers, and I would be like, oh, you're creating? Do you mind if can I like say hi or something? Like, just something. Because guess what? We're all creators. We are all here to do a job, which is inform the community, whether it's accidental misinformation,
We're co-workers at best. I mean, again, this is...
like, that's what Sullivan said. We're co-workers.
Consider yourself a press with press release badge, okay? You should be working with the rest of the press. Maybe you get your shots that, are exclusive or whatnot, but you never jump over somebody or smash their camera in order to, get your shot.
Yeah, you don't do the thing the paparazzi did when Michael Jackson was in the ambulance, and you sneak over and show a video of him in the ambulance, which is just a total inappropriate thing to do. It's really weird because I saw that video today and it just kind of lined up to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, we're here to create. We're here to bring information. We're trying to do the same thing, which is enjoy our love for magic. If you want to do obscene things on a camera, there's an entire website for you. You can't go to that website in Vegas, but you can a lot of other places.
You can go to that website in Vegas. You just have to have a login. And who has a login for that?
Right.
Like,
who's a weirdo who saves it?
Yeah. Gosh, and those are the people who use the share on Facebook button. Which, that's one where I'm like, who? Oh, Grandma would love this one. I will send...
I'm going to share this on my wall so that my daughter can see it, even though she won't see it because she's looking at cardio videos.
There's this kindly young man named Johnny Sins, and he's delivering pizzas.
Have you seen this guy? Look at him. He's so handsome. You guys should date.
So, to that end, I was looking around because I was trying to figure out who it was. I don't want to finger anyone, but I was trying to figure out who it was, and I would like to outline that I don't think that it was this creator. I don't know necessarily that it wasn't for sure. But up until this current video, and this is the one that you had sent me, right?
Yes.
Is this the one you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you take it over
which
from this.
we still won't say the names. We'll follow in Sullivan the Monster's footsteps, because that is the right thing to do.
Oh, we're really small, and I'm not trying to roast him. In fact, I'd like to educate because I think that he comes at it from a point of view...
An elitist point of view?
It is
I'm
elitist.
Rich and you're not point of view?
It is, and I understand where he's coming from that point of view because, again, he's somebody who's an investor. He's probably been buying Magic cards for a long time. I think that he's somebody who thinks that when somebody goes out and makes an Alien versus Predator sliver deck on Elkoi TCG, that when they're doing that, they're basically stealing money from Paramount and from Magic the Gathering. I understand how he can see that. What he doesn't understand is the baseline market of free and, cheap, which is the people who are, buying those proxies, they're not going to spend $500 on a Sliver Queen. Never. You're not losing money on a sale for a sale that you were never going to have in the first place.
Yes.
And I think that is just a deficit in his knowledge of the market because of his lack of exposure to the poor.
So we're in agreement, I guess. We're gonna mention name, right?
Yeah.
So Muscles of Magic the Gathering made a post with the One Ring photo, and it says, if you proxy, sit this one out on the photo of it. The post says, I've heard a lot of people express their rage and disgust with the situation. Let me be very clear. If you use proxies using Magic the Gathering art, symbols, elements, or even art from another IP, you need to sit this argument out. You are part of the problem. And then 20 minutes later, he's like, hey, I want to do a survey. Who likes proxies? So here's my thought of it. And
How did that survey come out, by the way?
I don't know because I haven't heard anything else about it. So I'm going to do my unedited, unbacked up revision of this.
Okay. Yeah.
What I think is it's really... Yeah, so...
You should definitely put some type
I'm
of
going
bleep
to.
over
There's
that.
a whole thing.
Okay, good.
It was in my... No, but the real thing is... I'm sorry, but... Coming from a family who didn't have a lot of money growing up and still wanting to play Magic, if in my age period it was as easy to get proxies as it is now,
you would have been
I would have been proxying all the way because I was not a rich kid.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had to do a lot to be able to get me the things I wanted to do. And that's why I still have the first rare I ever opened, because it was a very important moment in my life. It was a very important step.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people out there who want to be able to play these games. But as much as we try to make Magic accessible, it's not. The price point of Magic is continuously going up because Hasbro's being a greedy little company, and Wizards is trying to do their best to combat it. But like I can't
the entry level to Magic is extremely low.
yes.
High-end competition or trying to, again, we just took on somebody who had $2,000 or $3,000 decks.
Yes.
Right?
Which is more expensive than any of my decks combined.
There's no realm outside of Tiny Bones where a multi-$1,000 deck is going to like compete ever on the same level as like a budget pauper deck.
Yep.
There's not a pauper deck that I can think of that goes first turn infinite.
Yes.
And if it is,
please let us know.
The multi-$1,000 deck has free counter spells to deal with that.
And that's the thing is like higher end Magic isn't accessible, and unfortunately, you might get into a play group where your friends want to be able to play with you, and you just can't. Like for example, right? My girlfriend wants to play with us, right? And unfortunately, I suffer from the competition side of myself, which I know, and I like to play a little bit of a higher 3, a higher 3, lower 4. But she likes to build decks that are not at that. But I have noticed a little bit of creeping in because she's like, this card's really strong. And I'm like, ah, shit, don't do that.
Yeah, and I feel like Rye's a lot like me in that, like, a card over $20, I'll just proxy it.
Yes, there you go. That's the thing.
That's a great $65 card. I'll put my personal art on it.
Yep.
And then...
But that's the thing is, people should be allowed to do that if they can't hit it. Not everybody is in the really high-end money market. I mean, you're a channel that's about muscles and magic, and working out's not an inexpensive thing to do, especially to get that big, because protein powder is not cheap. And, like, to be that big, you're going to be swallowing protein powder.
I've always been on the side. Like, don't get me wrong, working out and staying healthy
I'm big.
and so forth
It's just round big. But, like, I'm not that.
It's not a bad thing. And it's not to say that you can't be, like, a bodybuilder and poor. But typically, you're not a bodybuilder having, like, motivational speeches and circuits and then having hobbies like this that can be very expensive, especially when you get to that end. But yeah, no, I feel like it really, the tone in which it came out, and especially with the, I went back, because you sent it to me, and I was like, I'm going to say something stupid, because I was really pissed off when I saw it. And then I got in the comments, and I was like, I don't need to add any flame to this fire.
Here's the thing. How dare you tell people what they can and can't comment on?
That's my thing.
Like, how dare you do that?
Whenever
we say some stupid shit, and we don't ever tell people to not comment on it. Please, talk to us. Tell us why we're wrong.
Yeah.
Or tell us why we're right. Make my head big, or make my head small.
Magic the Gathering is a conversation.
Yes.
Like, as long as we're all talking, the game continues.
Because what would you do if somebody like me came up to you and was like, I want to learn how to bodybuild? Would you look at me and go, well, you're under 5'6", so you're not allowed to talk to me about this.
Don't even think about that.
Well, like,
and I don't know
would
how
you
tall
do that?
He is. Maybe
Would you
he's a short guy, and we don't know.
I mean, it would explain the attitude, but like, but
we know of
explains
that
my
because of
attitude. Yeah,
attitudes.
but no, that's the thing is like. You can't tell people to like not join the conversation. It's the gathering, not the selective service.
But yeah, after reading through the comments, I really had to take a different standpoint and just go in and comment as a fellow creator, where I was just like, hey, because he started out like, I had to sit long and hard on this one. And I was like, you probably should have sat a little bit longer.
Yeah, you should have sat the whole time.
But ultimately it was just about like denying people an opinion is a bad move. And then denying it on something that is inherently like socioeconomic and largely out of their control is an even worse standpoint to take. And again, you use the word elitist. I don't think that's in his heart of hearts. I don't think that's where he was coming at from it. I think he's trying to protect IPs and protect Magic as a whole. But I also think that a lot of people don't have, even people that are really invested. I think that we are at like an iceberg level of like in intricacies of the overall like iceberg of Magic. We know just like the tip of it.
Oh, there's so many things we don't know about, and people remind us in our comments, and we don't call them stupid or call them names. We try to start a discussion,
right?
And then they still call us stupid, and we still try to figure it out.
Hey,
like,
I'm at 3 of 3 for people showing me something wrong on one of the facts or whatnot, and then them coming back later. Please, if you see an inadequacy or something,
let us know, because we don't know everything. I mean, for example, we put out the Wood Elf one because Mark Rosewater himself said it was never in Standard, and then we found out it was in Standard.
Yep.
Because we have full-time jobs, and we can't just Ben Bateman it up and be able to research all these things intricately every single day, all the time now.
And there's so many levels, because when I initially looked into it, it didn't say anything about Wood Elves ever being in Standard. And it wasn't until they pointed out that they had an Exodus stamp on it that I went back, and then I had to, because I knew that it was in a Standard, but I thought that Type 2 was still the predominant name for it prior to then, but Standard as a name actually came out the block prior to that one.
Oh, got it.
So it was technically in Standard.
It just wasn't called Standard.
Well, it was, but it was during that
transitional
that's what I was
period of it?
leaning on.
Got it.
And that was not the case. So again, it went through, re-updated the fact. I think it didn't update on the cross-posting, but on the base one it is.
But see, we don't know everything, and it's better to tell us, and then we learn as well. We're a learning community.
And give Muscles a chance. Like, I think that his community really, like, I think that the backlash from that has, got him, hell, it's like Ben Bateman. Ben Bateman was cracking on unsets, and now he's like, oh, I like Gearson Storm because I can put these wanky little cards in here and win in some strange little ways. And it's like, are you secretly an unset player? Yep. But yeah, no, I still say give Muscles a chance. I think that, again, this is a learning opportunity. Maybe he hasn't looked out there and he hasn't seen that there are some really cool Elkoi TCG proxy decks out there, because there's some really cool shit.
Yeah, he said, genuine question for discussion. How do you feel about proxies? And every single person in here. So it's still, a lot of people are just like, if all the cards cost the same, it's about strategy. Otherwise, you buy your victories.
Yep.
There are situations where proxies are okay. Mostly buy from LGS, but I also will use proxies to add some bigger cards into my deck before I decide to spend money on it. Proxies are playtesting. There's a reason the name of the game is not Magic the Gatekeeping. I think proxies are fine as long as they aren't trying to be counterfeits, which I agree with.
Right,
I'm a big agreement with that.
Counterfeit is a very different situation.
Yep. I'm a very big agreement as long as that thing on the back says Magic the Proxy, and I don't care. Some of y'all are just mad because you bought up real estate in imaginary places. Proxies is fine as long as you stay within the power level of the table and aren't stomping new players. But literally every single person.
Yep.
Even here, I'm from Mexico, not from the capital, though, and in my pod, we have a rule about proxying. When it comes to deck design, we use proxies to figure out the deck, and then, once you're happy with it, then you start getting them. Although finding the cards might be harder in the USA, another rule is that you cannot proxy a card that you would never find, considering our country's limitations.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing for me. Like, I'm not going to proxy a Gaia's Cradle, because, that's fucked. That's a little too much power.
Yeah, I would say I think Gaia's Cradle is more about the power level.
Unless it's a sanctioned tournament, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So I do think, in a way, it's almost like Karmic Justice, where he put that out, trashing it, and then...
Learning moment. Again, I don't ever
he made 2 posts, by the way, about it. He made one a day ago and then 13 hours ago again.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I haven't seen the 13-hour one, I don't think.
Yeah, but...
But yeah, we'll follow up on that.
Yep, it's a game I want to play your skill, not your wallet.
Yeah.
Yep, proxy like men. Write the card name on a land card like we used to do back in the day when cards were difficult to find so you could deck test.
Yep.
Rule 0 kitchen table, sure, if we all have the same power level. Tournament or LGS, nope, use your real cards.
Well, again...
Yeah, if you're going for prize support, use real cards.
If you're playing against me in a tournament at an LGS, bring all your proxies, please.
Yep.
Judge.
Yeah.
Won that one.
But no, people were really, really mad.
Yeah, no, and again,
Yeah, right here. And then somebody said, I wouldn't, but Magic released a set called Magic 30th Anniversary that was all proxies and charged $1,000 for 4 packs.
Yeah, I threw that in the graphic there because that was the one that really came up over and over again when I would find
30th is just Sanctioned proxies.
people that were backing Dan just kept the ones that were like, we don't care. They would just post a picture of Magic 30.
Yep.
People would be like, oh, Dan Fraser did this, and they just like Magic 30.
Yep.
You lost us a while ago.
Yeah. Magic 30 was literally sanctioned proxies. I mean, Secret Lair is sanctioned proxies. There's My Little Pony lands. I just bought I actually got a Secret Lair today, and I didn't have to fight teeth and nail for it. It's the one that has the eyeball ones, the ones that has like the Baleful Strix. That's really cool, and then Gitaxian Probe.
Because I fly.
Yeah, I really liked the. I just liked the artwork for it. And I tried to get the My Little Pony lands, but those were sold out, which is really funny in my opinion. Fuck you, everybody. But no, it's a really important issue. Dan, we're with you on it. We're really sorry that you're going through it. I mean, any sort of criticism on that scale has got to be hard to deal with, right? So, and Muscles, maybe think about it next time.
Yeah, just tone it down a little bit.
We're not bench pressing 800 pounds of magic boxes. We're trying to build. We're trying to raise the roof on the community, not to raise the roof on the building. Reach the level of the building. Don't try to raise it. Our keyword for this week. Is it reanimate? Not reanimate. Is it the thing that sucks?
No, it's really good.
What is it?
It's called extort.
Oh,
you familiar with extort?
Yeah, it's what Hasbro's doing to Wizards of the Coast.
I thought that it was very fitting. I like to use a keyword from the deck, and I started scrolling through the deck that we got, and when I got there, I saw extort, and I was like, boom, we're doing extort. It's what
Hasbro is currently doing to ruin Magic the Gathering.
It's a triggered ability. It was introduced in Gatecrash, and it was last used in Duskmourn House of Horror Commander. Extort is a keyword introduced in Gatecrash, wherein it was the Orzhov Syndicate Guild mechanic. Extort allows a player to pay an additional white or black mana when they cast spells, and they create a small life-draining effect. The mechanic was designed by Sean Maine.
Sean Maine? That's really weird, because I'm Sean. I'm from Maine.
Yeah. Who wasn't on the design team for Gatecrash. The cost being hybrid mana happened late in the process.
So I gotta say, that's really impressive to make a keyword for a set and not be on the team for the set. That's pretty baller.
That also means that there's like a bowl of keywords
just walk over
around there. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they just like, we need one more. Like
Mark Rosewater in his really loud voice goes, all right, everybody, we're going to pull out of this bowl. That's going to be the new thing for the set.
We didn't find any. We don't have anything for Gruul because we didn't think about them.
Do you guys? Which one do you guys want? Just pull it. Hey, you over there in accounting. What's your thing?
Grab something out of the hat here.
Extort? Yeah, we already do that to our employees. Let's do it.
So anyhow, while the rules for extort being used in non-creature permanents, only blind obedience demonstrated this during its debut. Where's the one? Pontiff of Blight is a creature that allows you to give all of your creatures extort.
Wow.
So for each creature, when you cast a spell, you can pay one more black or white mana, drain everybody for one, and then gain that much life. So it's not deal 1 damage, gain 1. It's deal 1 damage to everyone, gain that total amount.
So extort is used in aristocrat decks like crazy.
Yes.
It is why Orzhov is sometimes a problem. It's where like Tysa comes from. She's really good. Taya, yeah, she's like very big on the if you play aristocrats, you play her. Aristocrats is a deck subtype that is basically you drain people, you gain life, and you just suck the life out of everybody by extorting them.
Drain and gain.
Drain and gain. Like people in Vegas. Drain gang. Gang.
No, it was you this time.
Except I'm young and hip, and you're in a top hat.
Yes. Yeah, you're young and hip. Got your backwards hat and everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready for summertime.
Yeah, dog.
Got my hat on backwards, ready to party.
No, extort's really weird. It's something that I've been interested in, but unfortunately, there's one way to play extort, and it's rude, and so I usually stay away from it.
Yeah.
Which is why the deck tech for this group hug is rude.
It is a rude deck. It's
We want to thank Not the Threat for giving us the deck list, for letting us actually talk about your deck list. And so this isn't coming from Moxfield this time, which is weird.
Yeah.
Usually it is. But
actual community
an actual
sourced.
community source. Not the Threat has a channel on TikTok. Please go ahead and check them out.
If you're not already,
if
you
you're
gotta
not
check
already.
it out. Great
Absolutely,
content.
because it's really fun to be able to look at your friends and be like, "I'm not the threat." But most of the time, if you're saying that,
While Sheoldred is your
you
commander.
are. So, take it away, Magician Tom.
Alrighty, so we've got Sheoldred the Apocalypse in the driver's seat of this
First
one.
of all, ew. Sheoldred.
She is a 4/5 for 2 and 2 black. Pretty good value.
Very
for
good
a
value.
legendary phyrexian praetor. She has Death Touch, because why not? She has Death Look, is what if she looks at a card, it kills them.
Literally.
Whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So guess what we're doing?
Wait, guys. Let me think about that. It's like landfall, but hurts because you have to draw cards to play Magic the Gathering. So Sheoldred rewards you for playing the game.
Now, I would like to point out that as much as Sheoldred was killed by her own kin, okay, for the supposed crime of planning on overthrowing Elish Norn once she took over, I do want to point out that Sheoldred single-handedly accomplished what even Yawgmoth could not, which was the appropriate and full invasion and takeover of Dominaria. Okay, her flavor text here is Gix failed, I shall not.
Nice.
So
I can fix her.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. That's
what everybody says
That
about
would
Elish
be
Norn.
a great cosplay, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you do it with the wheelchair, and we just make a big
A
old
giant,
body.
yeah, that'd be sweet as hell. It's like either that or Elish Norn. Elish Norn is just called Mommy all the time. It's really funny. For some reason, the community has, as a collective whole, just looks at Elish Norn and goes, Mommy.
I don't understand that one, but Elish Norn she reminds me a lot of Nurse Ratchet growing up, so I don't know. But anyways, we've got a lot of great stuff here. We got a Blight Beetle. We've got a Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Concealing Curtains.
Bloodthirsty Conqueror, if you don't know, is a combo piece. In Foundations, you can get it. It is a mythic rare that whenever an opponent loses life, you gain a life.
So,
So you combo with things that when they gain life, when they lose life, you gain life, and then you just keep doing that.
This one gets pretty nasty pretty quick. We've also got Cryptghast, so it's got Extort. And whenever you tap a swamp for mana, add an additional black.
Weird. In a mono black deck?
Enduring Tenacity, which is gross. Gix, just to rub it in for him. Hirobi Death's Wail.
Oh, so good. Hirobi Death the Whale, so good.
Marauding Blight Priest, Misery Shadow. We've got 7.
So the combo is Marauding Blight Priest and Bloodthirsty Conqueror. There's your combo.
Oh, yeah, whenever you gain life each opponent. Yeah, so it just goes infinite.
It infinites with 2 cards. It's a 2-card infinite combo.
We've got 7 Nazgul. We don't need the full 9 here.
It's really good, though.
There was potentially, I had to fill in 11 swamps, and the list that they gave me had specific printings of swamps.
Yeah.
So I think some stuff got meshed up. And I run a 40 land build with this because she's going to get taken out. You don't just want to make sure you hit every land drop to get her out. You want to hit every land drop
to
going
keep her
forward
out.
to keep her out, because there's not a lot of protection in here.
We talk about kill on sight commanders a lot on whether they're good by themselves. Sheoldred is good by herself. Kill her on sight.
Just win the game.
Just kill
by
her.
herself.
She will just win the game by herself.
We've got a couple of cool ones. Tithe Extractor, Starscape Cleric, Umbral, Collar Zealot from Edge of Eternities.
Yep.
Sacrifice another artifact or creature, surveil 1.
Gross. So you just do it.
The really cool card that I think you're going to like in here is actually from the 3 Kingdoms.
Oh, I love Portal 3 Kingdoms so much.
I've never heard of this card, but it sounds great. So it's a 1/2 Stone Catapult for 4 and a black, right? It's a creature soldiers. On your turn, before you attack, you may tap Stone Catapult to destroy up to one tapped creature that isn't black. It's very situational, but nobody's going to pay any attention to that.
That's kind of fun.
And it's very flavorful. Like, it's just a Stone Catapult. You're just like...
But, like, that's like, oh, you attacked me with your 25 dinosaur? Well, it's now just dead to a catapult.
I'm going to shoot
I'm just going to throw... See, and it's a catapult, too, not a trebuchet that can go at the speed of sound. It's a catapult. So, literally, it looks at it and goes, I'm going to sit here and let that hit me.
Yep. We've got another combo piece in Veto the Thorn of the Dusk Rose.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vampire cleric. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life.
Look at that.
And for 3/2 black, creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of turn. We've got an Epic Downfall, Grim Tutor, Insatiable Arvois, Night's Whisper.
Night's Whisper's great. I like Night's Whisper.
Painful Lessons, Sign in Blood. A lot of, like, draw cards,
Yep.
you know, lose some life.
Why do you want to draw cards? Oh, because Sheoldred.
Let's see, what else here? Culling the Weak. Dark Ritual, just to get out there quick, because nobody hates anything. Nobody hates the turn 2 Sheoldred. Okay. Bolus's Citadel. Howling Mine for that symmetrical card draw.
Did you say Voloths? Is Voloths in there?
No.
Voloths should be in there.
It should, just to keep
Voloths should be in there.
So we got Black Market, which is great. Blood Chief's Ascension.
Yep.
Exquisite Blood. That's another
Yep.
one of the combo pieces.
Is Skithrix the Blight Dragon in there?
It is not. It's still...
This is more on the draw, extorting
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's very much... we have a Sanguine Bond, a Tainted Remedy. There's like 4 or 5 different... Like, it looks like combos for...
There's a bunch of win conditions, which,
Yeah.
as you get into higher brackets of Magic, that's what you want. Like, lower tier decks, you have, like, a win condition, and if you pull it off, awesome.
Underworld Dreams. Whenever an opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage to that player. So, 3.
Gross.
We've got Barad-dûr, Cabal Coffers. Everglades is a great
Everglades is funny. I haven't heard
the cycle?
No.
So you can tap it for 1 and a colorless. So it taps for 2.
Okay.
It enters tapped, and then when it comes into play, you get to return an untapped swamp you control to its owner's hand.
Oh.
So it does kind of put you a little bit behind, but it's a land that taps for 2 in black.
Which is nutty.
I forget. I think it was like Jungle Basin was the green one, but I don't remember the rest of them. It's a really great little cycle of lands, especially for some budget, you know.
Especially if you get it out like early.
Yeah. But coming in at the price tag, we've sold a couple Sheoldred, so we know that even on the cheap printing, Sheoldred's a few bucks. Gotta guess. We don't have an Urborg in here.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna guess it's probably like $8.50 at least.
You're really close. You're scanning a lot of cards lately, Sean.
Yes, I have. I have looked at a lot of swamp cards recently.
$800.66.
Thank you. Look at that.
That's not bad at all.
Thanks. No, because we recently acquired a collection that we're selling out for somebody, and they play a lot of black, and so I have learned a lot of really dirty tactics that people play in Swamp, and so at the very beginning of this journey when we talked about it, and I said I got into CDH because there was one deck that like curb stomped my ass once, and it was at a work party, and I was really upset about it.
This is so meta.
I get to sell that deck now. I am ripping that deck apart and selling it. Fuck you, demons. Dude. Oh, man. There is nothing more, like, full circle
that is really
than
funny.
that.
Yeah, talk about destroying a deck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even lighting this on fire.
I'm profiting off this thing that absolutely curb stomped me.
I think the demons would be proud, actually.
Thank you. Look at that, see?
Yes, corporate greed.
This is the definition of every day we stray further from God. It is the description of it, which is so crazy.
That's wild.
I need to pull up the top down again because I did the thing where I closed it to look at something else, and then...
now you don't know where we're at, do you?
Okay.
So we
did that.
We did that.
We did that.
The one that I want to really make sure that we come back and we just talk about, what do we got, like another 20 minutes, or are we over? We're okay.
We're close.
So basically, long story short, I had a thing for my wife to join us tonight, and she is under the weather. So she will not be joining us, but we are going to do a little interview that I'm going to throw up. I want to do it with her in the candy store. I'm glad. I was going to stop at some point because of your face, but I just wanted you to have the full visual for that.
I'll take you to the candy shop. And now we're demonetized. Because I can't sing that song.
You hit the monetize button, Sean?
Not yet. We're not there yet. Now, I would love to be able to.
Give it time.
That's true.
If you post it,
they will come. Why was mine significantly like... I don't know. These headphones, like I like these ones because I can hear the deeper parts of my voice that I never get to hear.
Yeah.
Because I normally just sound like a squabbly little bitch. So it's nice to be able to hear my dungeon master voice.
Well, that, and you got to take advantage of it right now, because I tried to do my announcer voice earlier, and I can't hit the lower ends. You would think so because I'm recovering from being sick and all the mucus, but it... I mainly just hit in the mid-range. I can't do any high stuff or low. If I do the high, doesn't sound right. If I try to go really low, it just goes away. You know? Yeah, no. This is what happens when you have echolalia and there's not anybody around to judge you, is you just sit around and like, in a world where a man makes a bowl of cereal by himself.
In a world where Ulamog hungers.
So, Shauna and I, we get along really well in, like, just kind of cohabitating, so much so that every once in a while I'll forget that she's there, and then I'll start doing the stuff that I do when nobody's at home, and she's like, stop masturbating in the bathroom. No. No, I'll start, like, doing the narrations and stuff that.
Like a play-by-play of your life.
Yeah, I'm just like, and he made another salad for the day.
But yes, before we get going, I wanted to make an announcement as well.
Yeah.
We want to take a moment on this flight to thank our sponsor for the show, Manapool.com. They are a wonderful group of people. If you're looking to buy Magic the Gathering singles or you're looking to buy some sealed product, head over there to Manapool.com and feel free to check up on our store, which is the Hard Part Card Mart. If you please at this time I need you to put your tray table up, put your seats up in the full upright position. Make sure you leave your seatbelts buckled while we go over, and also thank Shipping Shield, which is an affiliate of the show, the Hard Part Card Mart. We want to thank you for flying on R2EI planes. And yes, I don't know what Tom's trying to do.
No, I'm just fucking around. What are you doing? I thought you're doing a thing. You're doing a bit read.
Yes. Okay, so this is now an actual airline. Somebody shut that kid up. But no, thank you guys for joining us for this episode. Please remember, Wizards of the Coast, we are here for you. Hasbro, stop mucking up their stuff. The Muckies will come for you. The Muckies!
The Muckies are coming for you,
The
Hasbro.
Muckies are coming for you, Hasbro.
If you haven't yet, go sign Wizards petition.
Sign the petition.
Show your support. Tell your friends to show their support. Like, this is something that, like, it's really big. If Hasbro takes this over, you will have ponies in Standard.
You will also have AI-generated dungeon masters for all of your campaigns.
You know,
how would you like a computer to mess up the rules? How would you like that?
Sean would hate that. I think it'd be cool to be able to play D&D by yourself at home, but I don't want to pay for it either, so.
Just sit on your own hand. Then it's like nobody's there.
In a world where no one's there and you can masturbate in the bathroom with the door open.
The Hard Part Podcast. But thank you guys again. Really appreciate you coming out, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bing bong.
talking about that magic shit?